All right. I mean, hey, we're back. I guess sort of back, but I mean, I don't know. I could probably be back. Been doing more things than I'm doing now. But I mean, this is the first one in a while. I've taken a couple of hiatuses across the channel, I guess, but this is one of them, and now it's ending. Whoa, I've been convinced to come back thanks to my friends. And hello. Welcome back, everybody, to this episode of the Phizcast. I'm your host, Physic, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful time, wonderful past month or two or whatever, or however long it's been since I've uploaded. I really don't know. That is annoying, and I'm sad that has corrupted the audio now. Oh well. All right, yeah, hi. How's it been? It's been pretty good for me. I've, moved into college. Things are going well, I think. I'm happy. So I'm hoping that it stays this way and that I don't get overwhelmed too quickly, but worst case scenario, I got some more video topics. But yeah, no, it's going pretty well, I think. And I'm happy, and I've been happy, and I stay happy. So I made a ton of new friends, gotten a bunch of new skills. And I continue to improve, and I have all these, goals and stuff to set for myself, and that others are setting for me that change the standard of my goals into what they should be, and stuff like that. It's really nice. It's really a great place, and I guess that could be a topic. I didn't really come into this with a topic at all, but just an idea of like, hey, why don't I talk? Why don't I come back? Not like it's a grand old debut or whatever, but hi. Let's see. Because there's plenty of things I could talk about. I could talk about the fact that, you need to practice if you need to get better, because that's absolutely what I've been having to do. I could talk about, work ethic and how to develop a consistent schedule like that, but honestly, I'm not the person you should be talking to if that's what you're looking for. But I think a good way to do it is setting standards. Standards and stuff for yourself, and having, I guess, I don't want to say having standards set for you, because that sounds unhealthy, but it's not in the way, and I guess if you let me explain. So standards for yourself, I suppose that's a good place to start. If you set your own standards, they are good. Standards are good to have, because it allows you to achieve what is good for you. It allows you to surround yourself with what is beneficial and not just the bare minimum. Because the bare minimum is not a great place to be, the bottom line, I guess, because it means that you're just scraping by. It means that you're not thriving, you're just surviving, you're just doing what is okay. And what's okay? Who wants to be okay? I want to be good. I want to be good at what I do. But I have to set standards for myself, and I have not been doing that for a long time. I've set decent standards, I guess, but that's just what they are. It's decent, where it's like, meh, I'm not very proud of that. If you want to set a standard, however, I guess that's, let me rephrase, I guess. That's not to say that you should be setting standards super high immediately in order to achieve greatness instantaneously. That does mean that you should be aiming to set the standard higher and higher for yourself in order to achieve what is good. And you start that by setting a reasonable standard, something that is achievable within your means. Because, I'm in the band. I'm a snare drummer. I love it to death. I am a freshman, of course, and the other snare drummers, I guess, there's 2 freshmen and there's 2 seniors. And those 2 seniors are phenomenal. They are absolutely amazing at what they do. They're incredible snare drum players. Something that I cannot hope to compare to yet. And that's that important word, is yet, because they have been doing this for years. They've been doing it for years. And I've been doing this level for a couple months. Not even a couple. Yeah, I guess a couple months. I've been at this level for a couple months. And it's crazy to think about, because I've already improved so much, because I've set the standards for that. I have not set the standard to be equivalent to them by the end of the week. I can't do that. That's not achievable. That's not reasonable, and it's especially not healthy because it means I'm just going to work myself to death without any results. Without any results relative to that standard anyway. Now, if I were to set a goal to, I don't know, be able to play all the warm-ups memorized or stuff like that, I mean, and whatever. That's a reasonable goal. That's something that you can achieve. That is something that can be done without comparison. That is to yourself. Like, oh, I can do this. I can memorize this. I can play it. I can do it smoothly. It's me, all me. And then you do it, and boom, you've achieved that standard. So where do you go now? Well, you keep setting it a little higher. So now you go like, oh, I want to be able to play the first song memorized. And so you work for it. You work for it, and so on and so forth. Boom, you can play the first song memorized. And then it just keeps going up from there. Now, that is a reasonable goal because eventually you'll be able to set that standard of being, of like that standard of expertise because you have set enough, you've had enough waypoints along the journey to get to that point. And that's a good way to go about it. And I'm sure, it's cliche, but it's good. It's fun to explain, I guess. I don't know. Now, secondly is the having others set standards for you. And this is more in the context of teachers, professors, and I guess those who are, I guess teachers still applies to this, but I was going to say, those who are better than you, who are helping you become better, which I guess is, strictly what a teacher is. Now, for the first time in my life, I'm enrolled in private lessons, and it's so strange having this standard set for me. And it's something that I'm enjoying because it's allowing me to get that work ethic, I guess, where I'm able to be presented with something, given a goal, and then said, okay, go and do it. I will be here once a week to help you. Until then, it's up to you. But this is what I want you to do. And so it sets that standard for me as like this is what I should be able to do by now. And that may not sound healthy because it seems to be full of comparison where it's like, oh, but if I can't do this now, then I'm a failure. That's not quite what it is. It's more so, if I can't do this now, I did not work hard enough. Because those standards are absolutely achievable. These teachers, these professors, have seen this hundreds of times with hundreds of students, hundreds of different people. They know what those standards should look like. They know where you should be. And if they know that well where you should be, they will set the standard accordingly. And then if you haven't achieved that, of course, this is providing they're good. If they're bad, and you know they're bad, disregard everything I'm saying, okay? Just go on your own thing. But you know what I mean? Everyone here is wonderful. It's absolutely amazing how good they are. And but yes, providing they're good, you can expect they expect you to meet that standard because that's where they know you should be. And so you have to improve your work ethic in order to achieve that standard. By achieving that standard and improving your work ethic, you can then raise your own standards and achieve even higher heights. And so it's a very good relationship. And that's what I've learned. I've learned because I have never had good work ethic. I've stalled very poorly. I cram things in the very last minute, and that really doesn't work with memorizing stuff. Really doesn't work. It's not how it goes. Trust me. But yeah, no, it's been really great here with all the help that you can get, all the standards that are being reworked, my work ethic being reworked, like getting into that mindset again of, oh, I have to go. It's school time now. Like, this is school. This isn't just all fun and games. Because, it was summertime. It was all that stuff of not having a crazy amount of responsibilities and not having everything scheduled for you and all the works. But yeah, no, it's interesting. But it's very fun. It's also hard. And that's why it's interesting. Because it's very hard. But it's a ton of fun. I'd highly recommend it. I'm talking in circles now because I don't know what to do. But I guess I'll close it out. So yeah, all right. What have we learned today, folks? We've learned that you can achieve higher standards by setting lower standards and slowly building them up. Trust your teachers if they're good, and be happy. Very good, me. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Phizcast. I will try and get back to you when I can, maybe with a story, maybe with advice, maybe with someone else. I don't know. Please continue to be happy. Continue to find what you love and pursue it. And continue to have, hopefully, a wonderful day. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.